Duolingo versus Babbel. It's the ultimate showdown between playful gamification and a serious, science-backed curriculum. But what if a recent study found that, objectively, learners made the exact same amount of progress on both apps? Here's the twist. In that same study, Babbel users felt they were learning grammar and speaking far more effectively. This raises the real question. Is effectiveness about measurable gains or the feeling of competence that keeps you going? We're going to dissect their core philosophies, compare their teaching mechanics, and find which method leads to real-world results. Duolingo's entire model is built on one principle: making learning feel like a game. It is designed to be addictive. Its primary goal isn't deep understanding, it's consistency. It uses points, streaks, and leaderboards as its core motivational engine. Babbel takes the opposite approach. It's a curriculum, not a game, designed by linguists and educators with a focus on structure. The goal here is retention and practical application. Babbel wants you to understand the why behind the language, not just memorize phrases. This difference is reflected in their business models. Duolingo's free tier aims for mass accessibility. Babbel's subscription funds its expert content. So we have two clear philosophies, habit versus depth. But how do these translate into the actual lessons? Let's break down the mechanics. Babbel explicitly teaches you grammar rules within its lessons, giving you a mental framework to build upon and grow confidence. Duolingo forces you to guess the grammar rules from patterns, which often leaves learners searching for outside help to understand. Babbel uses accurate speech recognition inside conversational contexts. You're trained to not just repeat, but to actually respond. Duolingo's speaking exercises are often simple repetition. You're mimicking sounds without real conversational purpose. But what about remembering all this? One of these apps uses a scientifically proven memory hack to make what you learn actually stick. The pattern is clear. Babbel builds for structure, Duolingo builds for speed and engagement. Now let's see how this affects what you learn. Babbel's lessons are built around scenarios you will actually face. You'll practice ordering food, asking for directions, or making introductions. Duolingo famously often uses bizarre sentences like, "The bear is drinking beer," which don't prepare you for real conversation. That memory hack? This is Babbel's spaced repetition system. It schedules reviews right before you forget, moving information to long-term memory. Duolingo has review features, but they aren't as personalized or based on the same rigorous SRS principles, meaning retention can be less efficient. Babbel also explains cultural nuances. It teaches you not just what to say, but why native speakers say it that way, giving you deeper insight. But Duolingo's engagement has a dark side. Critics call its heart system a Skinner box designed to create compulsion. This game-first approach can cause information overload, throwing vocabulary, syntax, and sounds at you all at once without structure. And studies show that motivation from games can wear off. The thrill of points may fade, leaving little intrinsic desire to continue. This creates a common trap. Duolingo is fantastic for starting, but its utility drops sharply as you reach an intermediate level. So, is Duolingo's gamification a brilliant hook or a counterproductive trap? The answer depends entirely on your personal goals. Let's return to that 2023 study from the beginning. We can now finally understand why Babbel users felt more effective. The study measured vocabulary gains, where both are similar for beginners. The feeling of competence came from Babbel's grammar and context. But this leads to the most important finding of all. Neither Duolingo nor Babbel, used alone, can make you truly fluent. They are powerful foundation-building tools, but fluency requires something they can't provide: spontaneous, real-time human conversation. So who is Duolingo for? The absolute beginner needing motivation, the casual learner, or someone who needs a free starting point? And who is Babbel for? The serious learner aiming for conversational ability, who values a clear structure and practical application. The best strategy? Consider using Duolingo to build a free daily habit. Then graduate to Babbel for depth and add real-world practice. Ultimately, the best app is the one you actually use. What's your experience? Let us know in the comments which method worked for you.